Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. These other haters, man, they trying to settle up.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Ninja Talk. Tonight I have my hosts with me, Eric.
What's going on?
And Mike.
What's good, y'all?
Tonight we'll be diving into the movie Akira. And we'll just be talking about reviews as well as our opinions and our thoughts about the movie. We'll start off with our thoughts on the movie. You want to start off, Eric?
Where do I even begin with this one? This was just awful. Straight hot garbage.
Feel that?
Oh,
I feel it.
I just I kept saying, I don't even know how I even managed to get through all 2 hours.
The movie was long. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah. I was like, this is I think it might have been 2 hours for me because I was watching it because it's on Tubi. They got the ads in there.
No, it's 2 hours.
That's why it was 2 hours.
No,
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it was a long ass 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
I mean, what else am I supposed to say? I mean,
man.
So, so the animation was just not spectacular.
I mean, you got to consider the time period.
No, I do. I get that, but it was just awful to look at. They had some heavy hitters for the voice acting because we watched the dub version. So definitely some heavy hitters in that aspect, but even they couldn't save this movie. Definitely could not save it. And just the whole plot. What?
Yeah. I feel that. I definitely feel that.
Bro, I was like, yo, I'm so confused. It's like that gif where that dude was just like, whoa. It was just not a great movie for me. Definitely
feel
not
that.
a great movie.
I feel that.
All right. It reminds me, I'm a anger some people here, but it reminds me the first time I watched Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I wanted to get into Star Wars, and they say you got to watch it in the right order and stuff. So I watched episode 4, and I watched that movie, and I finished it, and I was like, "That's it? Like this is Star Wars? This is what y'all be hyping up every damn Christmas season? Star Wars?" Nah, this movie's whack. I mean, of course, the time period it came out, it was probably lit. But watching it in modern day, it wasn't. It just wasn't for me anyway. So Akira had that same effect on me. Like it was probably lit in 1988. It was probably lit. But in 2021, I'm like,
hell no.
And it's funny, like everybody considers it a classic. Oh, actually, I found the movie at a yard sale like last year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, snap.
Hey. Found it for $1, so I had DVD. I tried to watch it last summer and couldn't get through it.
Wow.
So when you suggested it, I was like, damn.
I gotta try to watch that whack ass movie again. Shit.
I feel that. I feel that.
But the funny part, like the first 30 minutes, I was like, oh, this is actually not bad. Like, okay. And then it kind of like dragged.
Yeah.
Dragged.
I feel that.
I was like, I guess my whole beef with it is like, the whole time I'm watching this movie is like, what is the message they're trying to get across? Because they got a lot of stuff going on, but what message are you really trying to deliver? You got biker gangs, you got to do with superpowers, you got this, that. Like, what are you trying to say? And I couldn't piece it together. The best I could do is like, I was thinking about Kanye. No one man should have all that power. This is the best I could do. I'm like, is that the message here? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Bro,
This dude's going mad with power? I guess. But do we need
But I
all
mean-
that?
But I mean, look, because like those three looking old raggedy ass kids, they have the same power, and they was. I mean, I don't understand. Like, they're a whole other aspect. I'm just like, yo, what the hell is wrong with their face? Like, why are they old? Like did the power do something to them? I'm just like, yo, I don't know what's going on.
Yo, when I started watching the movie, I literally didn't know what the hell was going on till like halfway into the movie. I think like after an hour watching, I was like, okay, it's starting to get a little bit suspenseful. But in the first half, I was like, yo, what the heck is going? Like, I saw a biker gang, like they had like a fight scene in the middle of the street. I was like, yo, what's going on? Why are they even beefing? I was wondering why were they even beefing?
I was like, okay, then this is starting off good.
Yeah.
But then I kept watching. I was just like, well, there goes that. I was just like, oh, God.
When they got to the point where they ran into, I think his name was Tetsuo. He runs into the little Takashi, the little esper.
Yeah.
He runs into him. I was like, yo, the animation is garbage. Like, I was like, that's an ugly old man.
Right.
But for like a good portion of the movie, I was just like, yo, what's going on? And it's like, it wasn't until after I watched the movie, I was like, hold on, I gotta look up what's going on in this movie. And I found out this movie was a top seller.
Yeah,
in the 80s.
It's like, a classic.
Supposedly, it's because of this movie, the Western society got introduced to anime.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn, like, yo, what were people's tastes really in the 80s? You feel me?
It's crazy. I feel like that every time I watch an old movie, though, that's, considered a classic. I watch it, I'm like, was it really that great?
Right.
I love the Rocky series, but the Rocky 1 was not a great movie. But everybody, it's a classic. I'm like, if you say so.
Man, it's a classic because it's old. It doesn't necessarily have to be good.
No.
Like,
when people say classic, they mean it's good.
Right.
Meanings be changing every nowadays, bro.
True. You got that.
Like, that's a classic. Like, that movie's old as hell. It sucks, but it's a classic. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
That's what. God.
But yeah, no, like supposedly this movie like was like different to America at the time, because not just America, but like other countries outside of Japan, because like the animation style was like out of the world. Like how they were like very like like how they're very gory and stuff like that. That was the first time they've seen that in cartoons, because it's something that would be considered animation, because you get stuff like, Bugs Bunny or freaking Tom and Jerry. You're not seeing that type of stuff. They're making it very censored, very PG. But this show, like, yo, you was seeing everything. Like, that's the type of show you watch, and you get EBGBs from watching it. So it drew them in, like, okay, yo, you know what? Let's get into anime culture. This thing made them like be able to compete with like companies like Disney and whatnot. But me personally, I was just like, now, there was one thing I was thinking when I was watching the movie. There was a scene in there where homie rips off that girl that she was like a biker girl. He rips off her shirt.
Yeah.
And then they showed her tits. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, yo, what's up with 80s anime and showing body parts? Like,
it's true.
What's that show? That show I was telling y'all about,
Golden Boy.
Old Dragon Ball.
How you both said that at the same time.
Old Dragon Ball. This movie, I was like, yo, they didn't care. They was just like, yo, y'all want to see boobs? We got you. You want to see a penis
I
too?
mean,
Pause.
like,
Nah.
we're gonna need to rewind, cut that.
Oh shit! Bloopers moment. Nah. Nah, but no. Overall, man, the show was the movie was garbage. Like, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, people look at it as a classic. It was a hit, but I mean, I guess it was like y'all said, it was a movie for that time.
Right.
You know, but looking at it now, it's like, you know, it's like
Hot garbage.
facts. But yeah, nah, I did have a couple questions about the show though. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah. So my first question was, why do you think Takashi the Esper was running away from the lab? Because like we get a scene after the little biker war, whatever they were having.
Yep.
That's where we first get introduced to the Esper, and he's running away. And you're just like, yo, where does ugly little gremlin come from? Like, who's he running from?
You in.
So I'm thinking another point of this movie, like, right. So one thing I do like about this movie and other movies in general that are set in like the future, like, so this is 1988, set in 2019. So I think there's like a message there about like government having a lot of power and doing government experiments and stuff like that. So I think that little boy, whatever he was, was running away from the government, you know, trying to get away from all that.
It's crazy how his boy sold him out though. Like it's like he was destined to have that name, Takashi. Like, you know?
Oh man.
We're not gonna see who that's a Russian to. I think we all know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with what I just said. Like, going through all these painful experiments and what you have. Maybe that's why he's looking like, the Swamp Thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't know medicine could do that to you. Damn.
Bro, I didn't either.
I guess maybe that's another part of the message that we missed. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them experiment on you. It's gonna fuck you up. Basically.
Don't be on
That's
too
the
much
message.
meds.
Yeah. Like, that concoction's gonna mess up your skin. It's not good for you.
My second question was, so we get introduced to the three espers, and they talked a whole lot about like how they were kind of learning how to use their powers and stuff like that. And I was just wondering, like, what procedures were took on the three kids that like turned them into espers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in the part of the movie she mentioned to Kaneda, she said to him, "Well, this power lies within everybody. You just got to know how to harness it." So it's like, how did they get it out of the three kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they get it out of Tetsuo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was wondering that.
Well, because when what's his face, he bumps into Takashi, that's when he got his powers. Or was able to tap into him.
He got injected with something. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Like, he got sent to the hospital, and then like the government or something took him into a lab, and they injected him with something.
Damn, I think I missed that part.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah, I
deep.
probably did. I just
That's when I was paying attention the most. That first 30 minutes, I was like, okay, like this is not bad.
yeah, no,
Oh
I
man.
can't remember everything that went on in that movie. So
I feel that. So my third question was why did the government want to control like the power of like paranormal abilities? Like what were they trying to do with it? Like
probably
because
weaponize it.
like yeah, like I was thinking that, but it's like because like half like in the beginning of the movie they say that it was like the whole like Neo Tokyo was birthed out of a World War
Mhm.
Three.
Yeah.
But I was reading reviews. I was like, yeah, nah, like this was like the catastrophe of Akira. So I was like, okay, damn, if this was a catastrophe of Akira, it's like, so why do they need the power if this is what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I thought it was the whole World War thing, right? So
Yeah.
right at the very first scene of the movie, you see like the atom bomb, and then it's like World War Three, and this takes place in 2019 or something like that. So
Mm,
I was thinking back to like US dropping atomic bombs on Japan,
mm,
and this is them like, all right, that ain't happening to us again. This time we gonna be ready.
mm,
We got Akira, like, they're doing their government experiments, they're doing whatever, trying to weaponize it, like Eric said.
mm.
That's what I was getting out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, I gotta go back and watch that movie a second
no,
time.
you don't. No, you don't.
Like I'm gonna stop you because because we boys. No, you don't. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Oh shit,
Oh,
that's funny.
man.
Nah, I feel that though.
Like,
Um,
yo, why would you put yourself through another 2 hours?
you're right. Nah, you're right about that because I missed the whole atomic bomb part. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I probably fell asleep.
you can watch the beginning. That's right at the beginning.
I bet. Stay for that part. 2 seconds.
Like,
All right,
as
it's
soon as
off.
I put that shit back on, it's like, oh shit, my pussy is draining. I can't.
Yo, I promise you, if it wasn't for the food, I would have never made it through, man.
Oh man.
Like, yo, I was eating some like bum lasagna, some freaking mac and cheese, like some Haitian style too. So you already know I was killing the game. I was like, oh, yo. I didn't even know that the movie was that whack until I
Oh,
finished it. I was like, damn, this movie was whack.
oh man.
Movies ass, bro.
It's crazy.
But I'm gonna move on to my next question. So in the film we see after Tetsuo breaks out the hospital, I think he gets mind controlled by one of the espers, Kyoko. And after he like I don't know, I think that she like talked to him or something like that. He had like this
Yeah,
epiphany, like, oh, I need to go find Akira. Like,
yeah.
what's up with that? Like, why was he looking for Akira?
I don't have the
Right?
answer to
You the
that
expert
one.
in that. So you the expert in this one, bro. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Why? I don't know. That's a good question. Why does anybody do anything? When it comes to
Facts.
like power, like why do you
Mhm.
need power? So one thing I picked up on was his friendship with the other main character, Kaneda, right?
Mhm.
And he said he always felt weak compared to him.
Mhm.
So I think that's kind of where his like lust for power comes from.
Mm.
Hmm.
Damn. He effed up.
Yeah, kind of like kind of some that trope where it's like there's always those two friends like in anime and one's always looking out for the other one, protect them and all that ish. And the one that's being protected is like, yo, I'm tired of this. Well, he can either go a few ways. Like, yo, I'm tired. It's making me become strong. I'm gonna beat his ass and show him I don't need him to protect me. And then they keep all the way like, oh, just keep protecting me. You know what I mean? And that's all. I was like, you know what? Nah, I need that power, bro.
Deku and Bakugo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too. I was just gonna say that.
Naruto and Sasuke.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah.
Vegeta and Goku. A little bit. A little bit.
I don't know.
You stretching, but
'Cause,
we gonna move on.
Goku's always, because Goku's always ahead of him, and then he was always struggling to get stronger, and hated him for that.
Yeah, but I don't think he was like protecting him though. I mean, when Goku let Vegeta get it, he let him get the hands, bro. Multiple times. He let him get the hands.
Truth. That's funny.
Yeah.
So I'll just move on to my next question then. How come Tetsuo's psychic abilities develop faster than the other three espers? Like homie was like bing, overnight.
Right.
But these kids were like getting worked on for years.
My best guess is that by the time they got to Tetsuo, like they already perfected the formula, or not perfected, but it was a better version of whatever the other kids got.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's my best guess at that.
Do you think
to second that motion?
Do you think maybe he had that like chosen one? You know how like they be like, oh, this is the one, like they did with Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one, and then she surpasses all the other witches, and he surpasses all the other espers. He just supposedly knows how to develop his power so quickly.
Right.
And like to that point, bro, like homeboy, it was just crazy. Like he finds out like the second later, he's like freaking crushing people and all that. So I'm like, all right, we missed like a training montage or something.
Right.
Like, bro, what is this?
Facts. I was saying the same thing. I was like, hold on. 80s anime is different. They don't even train.
Training. I don't need to train.
Like, it was like, do you know who I am? I'm Allen
Like,
Iverson. We don't train out here.
I don't practice, bro. You don't practice out here. Come on now. The hell is practice?
Oh man.
You gonna be at practice? I'll practice.
Look at you like, yo, have you seen me? No, we haven't.
Like, bro, did you watch the last game? Come on, man.
Oh man. How many questions you got, Carl?
I got a couple more. I got like 3 more.
All right,
bro. We have to get some substance because this movie was just off.
No, you're asking good questions. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying we got good substance because
I feel like the movie was the plot could have been a lot better with just kind of letting us know certain things, like filling us in on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like there's a lot of questions that you're just like, okay, well, the movie's done. Well, now what? It's like, how do you redeem yourself? Like, it's one thing to be bad, but to be bad and leave people off on a cliffhanger, like,
to be completely awful.
At least if they redeem themselves with the explanation. Like, oh yeah, no, we're not whack. We broke our arm. That's why we can't shoot 3. At least, give them a grace period. My next question was, now that Tetsuo pretty much redoes what Akira did, does he get recorded in the storyline like Akira? Like, how everybody, like, you remember that scene where they had like that cult rising up, and they're like, oh, we're waiting for the second return of Akira. Mm-hmm. They kind of looked at Akira like he was like a Jesus Christ.
Right.
It's like, So in the Neo Tokyo, will they be like, okay, we're waiting for the second return of Akira and Tetsuo, you know? Like, does his name get recorded in history now?
Okay.
Well, I feel like they kind of, his name kind of just gets pushed aside because they said, "Yo, it's Akira." Like, Akira's back, so they don't just automatically assume that this is Akira in a new form. So I don't think he's gonna get any of that worship.
Yeah, probably. Also, like that whole thing lasted like, I don't know, a few hours. Like, I'm not sure he's like an icon in history.
Okay. So he not Jaden Smith then.
No. And God hope they don't try to reboot this garbage. I mean, if they reboot it, it could possibly get better.
I
Could possibly.
I was hoping that because like in the end,
Man.
when he was just like, I am Tetsuo, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, word. Boom,
Yeah.
movie ends. I was like, that's it? Damn.
Like, you don't got no cutscene, no nothing.
Nothing. They don't even have a Akira part 2. Like, damn, at least come up with a part 2 and explain everything. Like, I am Tetsuo. So what? Like, what?
There's always been rumors about a live action. I've seen like Keanu Reeves' name attached to a live action before back in the day.
Mm.
Of course.
He's probably like too old for the role now, but
Well,
back
these
in
are
the
like
day.
supposedly high school students. Seeing Keanu play a high school student.
Right. Were they high school? I feel like they were like college. Like, were they old enough to drink, or is the drinking age younger in Japan?
I
I
don't
don't know.
think I'm not
Because they
sure.
were like chilling at that bar, like they're regulars. But
that's their hideout. So
but speaking of Keanu Reeves, I was getting like some Matrix vibes just from the jacket. It had like a red pill and a blue pill on it. One pill, half red, half blue. So I wonder if that influenced the Matrix at all.
Ooh, that's interesting. Wow.
I'm throwing out the hard question.
Yeah, bro, we got to, bro. So because if we can't answer them, at least the fans can.
And you know the classic bike scene that's always like referenced in anime?
Yeah.
Where he like skirts.
Yeah.
It's like towards the beginning of the movie. Like it's always referenced in anime. And I was like,
when he's drifting?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, there it is.
It's like, that's where that's from.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sir.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. That whole bike scene gave me Tron vibes.
Yeah, I can see that. With the lights and like, like
definitely gave me Tron vibes. Oh yeah. My next question was, did you understand Kyoko's analogy about the amoeba?
Oh, bro, I was about to bring up this scene, bro. That you're talking about the jail cell, right? And they were talking about what Akira is.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna ask y'all what your favorite scene is, but that is probably my favorite scene right there. Just kind of, how they were going back and forth talking about like human evolution and stuff. Like, oh yeah, like they were saying some stuff about how our bodies are like ridiculously smart. So like, where did that like energy, where did that intelligence come from? Like humans used to be monkeys, and before that they were reptiles, and before that they were like fish, and before that bacteria, even like
amoebas.
Right. That was a great scene. That was like one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
When she explained it, I was just like, I was confused because I guess I was still trying to wrap my head around just the whole movie. But when I sat down and thought about it, I was like, oh, okay. When she was saying, I like, if you gave an amoeba the same capabilities as a human being, it would still be an amoeba. It will still do what amoebas do and eat everything around it. And I was just like, and I guess like, I mean, from what I was reading, like in like some forums, 'cause I was like reading a whole bunch of forums, they're just trying to understand this movie. Someone was explaining how like that's kind of how Tetsuo was going around destroying everything, because it was like giving an amoeba the capabilities of a human being. Going around, he doesn't really know how to control it, doesn't know how to really harness it. Goes around destroying everything. And I was like, okay, that made a little bit more sense, as to what was going around with the movie. Because there was that famous scene where like he builds that metallic arm after they shoot his arm off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then his arm is merging with the chair. I've always seen like memes about that, but I was like, oh shoot, what anime is this? And I didn't even know it was all this time it was Akira. And when they like try to explain like how like the power that was inside of him was like devouring him so much he couldn't even contain and harness it anymore. Yeah. Then we get the Amoeba reference.
His arm looked like Automail from Full Metal Alchemist. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Did this movie influence Full Metal Alchemist? You know what I'm saying?
Supposedly, this movie influenced a lot of stuff, like a lot of future animes, a lot of shows here in the Western world.
You remember that scene in Akira when he hits the middle arm? And honestly, now you said that, like, wasn't it Kanade? His bike kind of reminds me of he says bike from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I don't know if I've ever saw that.
Haven't.
Damn. Yo.
But it would not surprise me.
He was like, you know what? Why have I seen that bike somewhere? They just hit me. Yeah, that's why it looks so familiar. Gotcha.
Yo, I was asking one of my coworkers this question. We're talking about plastic surgery. And I said to him,
not to get off topic.
Yeah, not to get off topic. This is right on topic. I asked him, why does everybody who get like plastic surgery like on their face or whatever, they always look the same? And then he goes, because they need to have an idea of what they're trying, like what they're doing. And so it's like when you think about Akira, and now we're like making all these references like, with Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds and what is it, Full Metal. It's like they had an idea from this movie, like, okay, yo, this is the image we're trying to replicate. Because that thought would have never came to their head had they never seen it. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, and a lot of mangaka pull inspiration from other mangakas, so it's possible. Very possible.
For sure.
Facts.
So what you're saying is you got to put some respect on this movie's name.
High key. Honestly, as whack as it is, I'll give it its props. I do.
I will say this. I give it props for giving inspiration for things that come after it.
Right.
Okay.
But and that's a strong ass but. This movie is straight garbage. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no facts.
Like there's only so much respect I can put on it.
Man.
But I'm just like damn.
Oh man.
But like I said, give it props, for inspiring the future generation and their creations.
Facts.
Sure.
I mean, you a classic for that, and only for that reason. Everything else. No.
Akira pulled up to the table like, am I that guy? Nah, you're not that guy.
Bro, you can't sit with us. Go sit over there with freaking it's another terrible movie. Go sit over there with Green Lantern.
Oh shoot.
Damn, bro.
They probably inspired Green Lantern.
Oh man.
I got one more question. Oh yeah. So my last question I wrote, just so I can even things out, would you guys want to be an esper? Not in the sense of how they made it in the movie, because I ain't want nobody putting drugs in me to make me an esper. But would you want to be an esper?
I don't see why
I
not.
mean,
Yeah. Simple answer, you know?
do we have any like drawbacks to using our powers? 'Cause I know like a few things that I've seen, like the more they use the powers, like the older they get, or even the reverse, like the more they use the powers, the younger they get. You know, use the
True.
powers. They get a big ass cranium or some kind of
Yeah.
mutation or something. So it's like, I want to know what my drawbacks are
I feel
before I
that.
use my powers.
You know, when I was thinking about that question myself, I was thinking about you remember that girl from One Punch Man, the small one. She's from the A class.
I don't
In a
I, I
minute.
don't really watch One Punch like that, but I think I know what you're talking about. The green haired chick.
Yeah, she green hair.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about her, like, yo, she was crazy OP, like too OP actually. She was out here fighting ships by herself. So I was just thinking about her. I was thinking about Ermac from Mortal Kombat. So it's like I was thinking about like the no drawbacks, but I didn't even know that they get drawbacks, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, to make it like, realistic. I mean, you can't really make it realistic. But I mean, if you want to balance it out, I mean, you gotta have, you can give the power, but it gotta be like some kind of like drawback or like limit. Like, I
Right.
can only use like, 100% of my power like every 2 hours, or like, so kind of like a transformation. Like, when the characters first, gain it, they can only use it like for 5 minutes. Take Asta from Black Clover. He can only use his devil union form for like 5 minutes because he just learned it. You know what I mean? So
Asta's the main character, right?
yeah.
Okay.
High key. Watch it and go read it. Just saying. Back to Akira. Um, yeah. So yeah, I mean, as long as I don't have some crazy like drawback or something, yeah, I wouldn't mind being an esper.
Yeah.
It also kind of makes me think of I didn't watch this either, but I saw like bits and pieces of it. Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that another anime?
Yeah, it's like an esper anime.
Oh, word. Oh, I'm gonna have to go check that out then.
I think it's created by the same people who did One Punch Man, I believe.
I think so, because homeboys look exactly
Yeah. That's what it is.
It's like, yo, why they all look similar?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, no, for sure. I definitely would actually enjoy that power. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I was kind of looking into the science of it. From what I read, it was like, well, at least with levitation, like telekinesis. They were saying telekinesis is done when you put energy into something. Like they're able to move things by putting energy into something. So that's how they're able to move it. Yo, man, all these like superhero shows, bro, and they get into like the science of things. I'm like, damn, people need to be watching these superhero movies more, like superhero shows, anime, all that stuff. They turn people into scientists.
So going back to that, like you say, so they're like giving your like energy, or like coding something with your energy in order to pick it up and move it. I mean,
It's like,
you know what I'm trying to say?
it's like kinetic energy. Like, you know how like when you move something, it builds kinetic energy. So essentially they're putting that into an object. Like, say for example, my phone's like chilling right here, and I want to move it. I would put kinetic energy into my phone and bring it to me. Type joint.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we even might have the tech to even do that, because science is hiding so much stuff from us that they have developed. So because they know we're not ready for that type of technology. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
You think so?
oh yeah, of
In
course,
the wrong hands. You know what that kind of technology could
yeah,
do?
for sure, for sure. No, you're right. You're onto
No,
something
no.
because just imagine you get some type of, let's say you create some type of technology that is able to do telekinesis, like what you just said. Let's say you get that stuff in the hands of a terrorist. You know what they can do? They hopping on a plane like, everybody put your hands up. We got you.
Fly across the water.
They pull up on the plane like, yo, put your hands up. We're armed. Don't even try to fight it. Y'all going down. You're armed. With what? Oh, with my telekinesis. Everybody's dying in there. Telekinesis. You put in the wrong hands, people gonna die, man.
I think that's kind of one of the points of this movie. So anytime you see like a futuristic movie or story or something, like my favorite book is 1984. I forget when it was written, but it was like projecting what's going to happen in the future. And I think that's what they did with this movie. It's like, it's 1998. We're going to project what's happening in 2019. And they're basically saying like, in 2019, we're going to have the tech to do what you're basically saying.
Yeah, bro. You cook today, bro? Because you cooking now.
You cooking with grease.
The grease, bro. Like, like canola oil or
Nah, bro, peanut oil. It's good for you.
Oh man.
man. That's a good little reference that you made there. Cause like some of the forums I was reading was like pointing out a lot of the stuff that the movie addressed, like terrorism and like the whole like religious cult that they had going on in there, political corruption,
right.
The whole biker gang thing. I mean, we don't have biker gangs over here in America. I mean, shoot, the streets are big, just not to be doing what they was doing on the bikes.
Right.
But it's like when you kind of think about that, like we're seeing a lot of that stuff now. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, they predicted that from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you wonder, like, where, like, what was they on? What was they on?
Bro, they was on that cocktail, bro.
Facts.
Future.
Somebody said that dating back from when America dropped the bomb on Japan, they were able to build themselves in that amount of time, in a short amount of time, and reestablish themselves. You know what I'm saying? In such a short period of time and become like a very on a high pinnacle in the stock market.
Right.
It's like, how do you do that?
That's a good point. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
But they could have easily been like a third world country.
Yeah.
Right. And Japan's blossoming today. Like, it's
Right.
crazy. It's crazy.
Because I mean, let's do like after that whole, you know, bomb dropping thing, you know, everything that went on, like they didn't focus on like war or anything like that. So it's like we got time to like focus on your economy and, you know, rebuilding and all that stuff. So I mean, you know, you're not worried about, you know, people coming to knock on your front door and take over everything that you have. You know, you don't gotta look over your back. Like, let's just you know, thrive, basically.
Right.
Like, let's, you know, be the superhuman society.
Right. I feel like there's a lesson to learn from Japanese people, just from just being able to do that. And then another thing I wanted to point out is what you were saying earlier, Mike, with how human beings are so smart. We just kind of got to learn how to harness that power, you know, that energy. So it's like there's a lesson to learn and all that. You know what I'm saying? To be like, okay, damn, you know, they in such a short period of time they're able to get themselves up, and it's like it makes you just wonder, like, how did they do it, like the history of, what are some methods that they took. But that's an interesting take that you made, Eric, about, they weren't focused on war like they needed to be. I mean, I feel like maybe it's a double-edged sword because they kind of were, but I guess they were trying to enhance the war weapons that they already had. Because once they dropped the hydrogen bomb, everybody was like, "Oh, we can do stuff like that." I bet. Say no more. But that's all my questions.
So like actually, because the children's appearance bothered the hell out of me. I'm like, yo, why the hell do they look like dusty ass grapes? Apparently, it was a mixture of like the experimentation and the special drugs that they took to like inhibit their powers. Kind of like a physical, effect on their growth and all that stuff. I think that's also why Tatsuo was stronger than them because they're on the medication.
True.
I said earlier, it's like, why was he stronger than them? And then we find out because they was on the medication, he wasn't.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so without the medication, his abilities will just like blossom, go from like 0 to 100 real quick.
That's an interesting take.
Makes
but
sense.
while you were talking about the kids, I was thinking to myself, where were their parents? Did their parents just give them up? Like, yeah, here, take my kid, do experiments on him. Like, what kind of parents were they?
It's possible that they took away like runaways or something, people
Damn.
people no one would miss,
Damn, that's sad. That's actually really sad.
Died or whatever. They were orphans. Come on, kids.
Come on over. We give you a life. Not realizing
a life of experimentation.
Not realizing you be 70-something years old, but you still look like you 5.
Oh no, you mean you're 5 looking like you're 75 years old.
Facts.
Be happening in real life. You don't even know it.
Yeah,
Benjamin Button, bro.
Yeah, that's a trippy movie.
I'm gonna give the movie its respects, because it touched on topics that if we really looked at it from like a philosophical standpoint, rather than from looking at it from its trash standpoint that it stands on, it brings out a lot of great points.
The trash pedestal that this thing is on it. Pinnacle of garbage.
But definitely hit a couple key points. You're definitely seeing a little bit of everything that they put out there. Corruption from the government. We're seeing that.
Yeah, that was in there.
So, what are y'all final thoughts? Y'all wanna start?
Yeah, I'll start while Eric's having his laughing attack. But you were onto something a minute ago. If we don't look at it from an entertainment standpoint and look at it from like a philosophical standpoint, I think the movie is good.
I agree with you.
The entertainment's lacking. Like there was a lot of stuff going on. Like they didn't really explain a lot. They just kind of said, "Here, figure it out." And I'm
right.
Like, yo, how did that happen? Nah, I just did. Don't even worry about it.
Yo, I bet you the writers are chilling there like, yo, we didn't even intend for any of that. But hey, nice job, guys.
But
nailed it.
But I do appreciate a movie that makes you think. So I'm gonna give it that. But yeah, government experimentation, something to be said about power,
religious cults,
a little bit of religious cult. It definitely hit some points.
Nuclear warfare.
So there was a lot of stuff going on there. So yeah, I don't want to put a number on it. I'm gonna get attacked. Like, no. But I think it was solid, especially from a philosophical standpoint. It was solid, and I
Nah, but see, then
appreciate.
that means you got to give it two ratings, bro. So like philosophical rating and then entertainment rating.
Philosophically, I'm gonna give it like a solid 8. Entertainment, we're getting closer to like a 5.
Bro, that's just like
He said, "Nah." He said,
That's a one.
He said, "I was falling asleep, bro. What you doing? What you doing with that
Exactly,
5?"
bro. Like, bro, when I tell you this movie was just not keeping my attention. I kid you not, bro. I was just.
It could have been. It could have benefit from being shorter, like cut out like 30 minutes. I think it could have benefit a lot.
Yeah.
Yup.
But yeah, that's all I got on this.
What about
So my final thoughts. So I mean, let me say this. I get what y'all mean when y'all go like, oh, philosophically. No. I'm not going. I'm not doing all that. This movie was straight. It was a catastrophe. I don't care. You can have all these philosophical memes, like, bro. That's all good and dandy, but when I go watch a movie, I'm not thinking, bro. I wonder what kind of philosophical themes you're gonna have in this movie. Let's go watch and find out. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Like, so I mean, I'm basing this straight off entertainment purposes. I would not watch this movie again.
I feel that.
I am not watching this movie again. And Mike, I'm even mad that you bought that $1 DVD because you just wasted $1. I'm upset.
Yo, my bad, guys. That's on me. That's on me, big dog.
In my defense, I bought it before I saw it, so there was hope for it.
Oh, but yeah, no, this is just they're just trying to do too much. Trying to give you like too much action packed things, and with like very little explanation. And it's just like I don't even know how we got here, bro. I don't. This is not a ride I'm enjoying, and I'm ready to get off.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's it for me. I'm definitely not recommending, and I won't be watching it again.
I feel that. Honestly, I was saying the same thing when I watched the film. I was just like, I think I watched it like Monday night, Monday or Tuesday night. I was like, okay, I was excited too. I was like, okay, I'm hoping this is like Spirited Away, because I know them 80s anime are fire. And I heard this movie was bomb. Cause like, bro, like, you know how many times I'm scrolling through the internet and they're recommending this movie to me. I'm like, okay, this movie's probably gonna be fire. Yo, guys, let's watch Akira. Okay. I get up into it. I'm like, oh fudge. Yo, guys, my bad, bro. Like I messed up, bro. I should have known better.
I made a mistake.
But after watching it, I still had questions in my head, like of what was going on, because I finished watching the movie. I didn't even know what the heck was going on throughout, like halfway throughout the movie. So I just was like looking into like forums and stuff, like watching reviews on YouTube and whatnot. And from a lot of the ways that people were explaining it, it kind of brought up the respect factor just a little bit more. Okay, I didn't know it was hitting all these kind of points. I wish they executed a little bit better.
Right.
And it kind of made me even want a sequel, Like, okay, I wish they kind of made a sequel, like at least in this era, since anime has evolved from what it was from the 80s to what it is now, just to try to explain everything. Like, okay, guys, we're not trash, I promise. Here's what was going on. Just to explain everything. So you're like, oh, okay, if that's this is a classic. We would have been able to give them that title now, that crown, classic. But now it's like, I don't know if I want to give it to you. People say you nice, but I don't know. I've seen you out there.
That's a retro classic.
They also say that this was like this is what also influenced cyberpunk culture.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
a lot of the techno music and stuff like that going around. So this movie is definitely like impactful in many different areas. So that was another thing that made me kind of give them the respects. Okay, damn. Okay, I didn't know y'all was doing all that. Y'all got y'all resume, man. All right. Y'all get the job. Psych. But on a philosophical if rating it on a philosophical standpoint, I give it an 8. On entertainment, I don't even know if I even want to give it a number, bro. Maybe like a 2.
Don't even get a rating, bro. Don't even get a rating. You don't deserve that. This is for mediocre movies or better. You're just straight ass.
Like I seen people in the reviews talking about this is the best form of they were saying like the action in anime was like top tier. I was like, what?
All right, so that I do have to say, some of the action was phenomenal. It wasn't mean. I don't think it was animated. For that time, what they were able to animate, it wasn't bad. But everything else in it was just.
Yeah.
I have to say, I enjoyed like the first few bike rides in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, these dudes is getting messed up. And it was cool. Like, yo, you got speeding vehicles. I'm always a fan.
Word.
But just like, damn, that can't save this movie. Not in my eyes.
Word. I feel that. I mean, shoot. I feel that, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all probably gonna crucify me for this, but the biker scene was actually my least favorite because I didn't know what was going on there. I was like, oh, why they throwing bombs at each other? Why, man? Like, the world is already like destroyed. So I was just like,
biking gang rivalries, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Shoot, man, I didn't even know biker gangs are actually out here making bombs. Like,
I mean,
dudes don't even
I
use
know
knives
either.
and guns anymore.
Hey, yes, and then doing in Neo Tokyo.
Maybe like in like 80s anime, showing guns is a bad thing. Maybe
Bro, they show like freaking
a laser gun.
You like jumped up with the laser gun sniping dude. That was another scene that didn't make any sense. Like, all right, so you're telling me you're an expert marksman with that laser gun that just first time you ever use it. So you're a pro. You're a pro. Like homie was making shots like, oh, bam, like, oh, okay. Cool.
I feel that.
You going from a pipe to a laser gun. I got you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. All of us here at Ninja Talk would like to thank you for tuning in tonight's episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Ninja Talk 3. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages at Ninja Talk, the podcast. To be sure to check out our YouTube channel of the same name, where we'll be posting even more content. Podcast episodes drop every Tuesday on Anchor and Spotify. So make sure you're subscribed to get upload notification. Once again, my name is Carl, and this has been Ninja Talk.